Okay, so obviously I'm launching a new skincare business and it might not be for everybody, but we have Claire and Ben here from the UK and they have literally really just like excelled in this whole business. I'm so excited actually for them to share their story because they haven't just gone from senior manager, they've gone out to team leader. And, if you even want to look at it from a product view or from a business standpoint, they're going to tell you all about it. So they're helping me expand here in Ireland, and I'm going to let them take over now. And Claire and Ben, thank you so much. Take the call.
Thanks, Amanda. Thank you for introducing us there. So, yeah, like Amanda just said, my name's Claire and I'm Ben. This is my husband.
I'm Ben.
That's what I said.
You said I'm Ben.
I said, this is Ben, didn't I?
I'm Ben, she's Claire.
Great start. We've been in London all weekend at the RIMAN event, so sorry, we've like literally got back at tea time, just rushed the kids to bed, and then we're on the call.
So go.
So yeah, I'm Claire. This is Ben. And we are doing the business together. So yeah, like Amanda just said, we're involved from the UK perspective. So we've been in the business since the UK launched in October last year. And then just this week, or was it Wednesday, the week just gone, we've launched into Spain and Ireland as well. And then we reached out to Amanda because we know she's good in this type of industry. We know that she would do really well with something like this, and we wanted just for her to have the experience. So we sent some products and things for Amanda to try, and then because she's grown attachment to the products, she's now obviously taken on the business point of view as well, and she wanted to share it with everybody on the call tonight. So thank you all for joining. What we're going to do is it's not formal. So if anybody has got any questions or anything, feel free to just put them in the chat, raise their hand, shout out, whatever, or we can catch up with people at the end. But we're just going to whiz through a short presentation, but like I say, an informal presentation, just explaining a little bit about the products, a little bit about the business and the opportunity, and then obviously we'll hand it back to Amanda.
So I think just one thing I want to touch on before we get started. Me and Amanda have known each other for probably about 6 or so years now. We've done previous business together. We do a little bit of trading and things like that together. So we've got a connection through that. And when Claire launched this business and we knew that it was heading into Ireland, the first person I thought about was Amanda because I know that she's a bit of a go-getter. She's a bit like us. She's a parent as well.
Yeah.
We've got a fair bit in common, and I thought she'd be an amazing person to really kick this off in Ireland. And obviously, you guys that are seeing this right now, whether you're watching the recording or you're watching it live, you're going to get the first exposure to what it is that Amanda's going to be doing, which is so exciting. I mean, I'm an ex-professional rugby player, so I'm not really a skincare guy. But when Claire got involved with this, I became a guinea pig. So I'll show you my testimonials we go through as well. But I'm really sold on the whole concept of the business model and the excitement around it. I never knew anything about Korean skincare, K beauty, anything like that when we got started. But when Claire said to me, basically what happened was I got approached last year while we were traveling. We were in the Far East in Asia, and somebody approached me about it. And I said, Claire, somebody's pitched me on this skincare business. And she said, what is it? So on the back of that, I said, K beauty, Korean skincare. I don't know what. And she said, tell me about it.
We're in.
Yeah. But when we got home from the travel, somebody had sent us some products, pretty much like what we did to Amanda. We sent her some products to try. And Claire said straight away, first application, this is awesome. We're in. What do we do next? So that's kind of why we got to where we are now in terms of being expanded into the UK. Ireland and Spain have just opened. That's the first opening in Europe, so to speak. So you guys are seeing this opportunity right at the very beginning. And just to give you a bit of context about that, when me and Claire got started in October, we signed up through Hong Kong to start with because the UK weren't open, but we saw the opportunity to get involved in something that's trending, that's very popular. More and more people are becoming aware about it and talking about it. So we saw it from a business standpoint, but Claire were also in love with the product straight away. So that's kind of what brought us to this point of where we're sharing this information with you guys now. Amanda touched on something when she introduced us there about being team leaders. For you guys that are watching this at first exposure, again, it means nothing to you. It just means that we've started and we've got a bit of momentum. That's basically what it means. So we're going to get into a little bit of a presentation. If anybody has got any questions, you can drop them in the chat or you can come right back to us at the end of the call, or if you're watching the recording, you can go back to Amanda and she will answer the questions for you. So, do you want to kick it off, Oliver?
You can start with the thing and then
Yeah,
go with
okay.
the product.
So this is so obviously the product side for me initially weren't really that appealing. It weren't something that I were excited about.
Although you are my number one customer, I think now, aren't you?
The number one customer use the product every day now, which is if I said this to my ex-teammates, they would rinse me. They would take the mickey out of me all day long. But I saw this first. I saw the numbers at the top of the screen. The company was established in Korea, South Korea, 2018. And in the first year of business, they did 2.5 billion US dollars in sales revenue and became the number one K-beauty brand in South Korea. They sold 40 million bottles of their flagship products. Now, South Korea, I believe, is about 50 million population. So to sell 40 million bottles, so in my mind now, from a business standpoint, all the alarm bells are going off. There's something in this. I didn't understand K-beauty. I didn't understand the trend about it. I knew my kids watched all the K-pop stuff, but I didn't really understand the K-beauty stuff. But when I saw the numbers, that's when I got excited and I thought there's got to be something in this. If it can become the number one rated K-beauty brand in South Korea in its first year in business, well, that told a story from a business sense. So that really got me excited. I'll show you my testimonial as we go along, and then that excited me even more. But we've opened up so far in all the countries that you see on the screen. In fact, sorry, Italy's not quite open yet.
Italy's next week.
Italy will be next week, and then we're going to expand further into Europe, and also a load of countries in South America have just opened up as well. So again, from a standpoint of opportunity, this is absolutely huge. And you guys in Ireland looking at this now, pretty much on day one of opening, you've got an amazing opportunity to be a part of something
And
huge.
even just to pick up on that, even by the end of this year, they are reporting that they'll be in another 12 countries. So RIN, I think, it'll be like 13 now, I think, isn't
13
it,
now,
with the
yeah.
new countries. But by the end of this year, there will be in Thailand, there will be in Australia. So anybody, if you've got connections over in that part of the world as well, and where we're already open, you can already link in and start selling the product there, introducing business partners there. So it's a really, really sort of exciting position to be in.
It's still a baby, essentially. I
Yeah.
mean, because of the COVID restrictions in South Korea, they couldn't leave South Korea until 2022,
Yeah.
2023, and they went into the United States and Canada first. So the first 5 years of business, they didn't even leave South Korea. And since then, they now plan on being in 50 countries in total within the next 5 years. So again, from an opportunity standpoint, this is absolutely huge. So you go on, this is probably your go-to.
Yeah, so this is the ranges that we've got at the minute. So within the UK, they have started with their what we would say like is their flagship products. So in other areas of the world, so again, if you know people in America, things like that, they can log on to still your account and order what is available in them countries. In the UK, Ireland, and Spain, we're still very much in that infancy phase. So we're looking at their sort of pure line products that are their good sellers. So that's what we've started with here. So there's the ICD range there, which is all your facial products. There's the Lab, which is the hair care products and the body care. And then Lifening products is the things we're hoping to move on to in the near future. And that's all your things like your collagen shots, your wellness shots, and that type of thing. So we're just waiting, your nutrition, that's what we're just waiting for to come. So this slide just basically shows what we've just shown you in the video, and it's around how the products put together and what makes RIMAN unique to any other creams and products that you can buy on the shelves. So as it spoke about in the video, we've got the Giant Bee Young Pool, and that is it's a native leaf. I'm not going to read it word for word off that, but you'll be able to have a glance at that. And this is a native leaf that grows in South Korea. And what we have done, so it's a medicinal plant that's known in South Korea. And then what RIMAN have done is they've got access to, which sounds a bit crazy, to some energy water that is produced in a volcano on Jeju Island. And what RIMAN have done is they will use this energy water because it's full of minerals and vitamins, and it's obviously really, really good. They use that water to water the Korean plant with. So when we take you forward a few slides, we can show you what the regular plant looks like compared to the one that RIMAN have created. And now on that plant, they've got a patent on that, so nobody can copy this product. So they water the plant with this energy water. It then grows 5 times the size of what the plant would normally grow. And that's what they then infuse into all of their products. And because it's got that medicinal purpose as well built into the product, it then will work on any problematic areas of the skin. So that is infused into all the products. And then to make it that next advanced level of skincare, the company have also got a patent on the way they formulate the product. So that is done by what we call, if we've got any skincare specialists on the call, what they do is they microfluidize the product. So again, what that means is they break down the particles to that fine of a, I don't even know.
So it can penetrate basically
so
deeper into the
it
skin,
penetrates the
350
skin.
times.
So where your normal product, what you would buy day to day off the shelf, sits very much surface level of your skin, or just goes to that first layer of your skin, because it's microfluidized, it will seep further into the skin. So it goes under the epidermis layer of the skin, which then helps the skin heal from the inside out, basically. So whatever's going on under your skin, RIMAN will aid to correct that.
It almost comes like a skin repair rather than a skincare.
Yeah, yeah.
And the technology that they're using there, so your hair follicles on your face, it will go 350 times smaller, so it can get right into the
Yeah.
bottom layers of your skin.
It's like, again, for anybody that has like microneedling, it's very similar to having that type of treatment done on your face, but this is done daily. So that's why it's really, really cool how they do it. And like we said, there's a patent on this as well, so no one can copy what's in the products or the way the products are made. Do you want to do this one?
Yeah, so I mean, the company have got a campus on Jeju Island in South Korea, which is just unbelievable. I've been involved in businesses throughout, the last right through my sporting career, really, and then at the back end of my playing career, even more so, diving into business opportunities. And I've never seen anything where a company have built a campus on an island where they've got a smart farm where they develop the products and they grow the plant that they've patented, and they've also got on there as well. They have like a Riman village, which is I'll show you that shortly.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the smart farm, and the leaf on the left here at the bottom is the new giant Byung pool, what the company have patented. So they basically got their own plants, and the original size was the one on the right hand side. So this is a medicinal plant, but now what we've done is we've made that plant more potent and powerful and infused it into all the products. So this is the village that we're talking about that has been built on Jeju Island, and it's specifically for people within the company who are performing. The company will do an all expenses trip where you can get flown out to Jeju Island. You can experience the smart farm and check everything out in more detail. And at the moment, there is a promotion on for the first 50 people in Europe to become what we call a team leader. They will get an all expenses trip paid to go to Jeju Island in South Korea, which is an amazing opportunity. And this is the kind of thing that the company are putting on alongside the amazing products they've got.
And we've just literally qualified to go here as well. So like we said, there is a full resort on this island. So where they're making the products, things like that, there is a full resort built there as well for distributors that are producing well in the company. So we've literally just qualified to go here. And as Ben said, there's up to 50 places, and I know there's only a handful that have got to the position now. So again, it's really exciting. And anybody
Wide
that
open for you
is
guys.
wanting to get to this sort of level, we can show you how to build that with the support of Amanda. So yeah, it's really exciting. We want some more people. We want Amanda to come here with us because it looks like it's going to be brilliant. Again, this is just the ICD, so the in-cellar dermatology is what we've just touched on. So that's how the product's made and what goes into the product. And again, we can go over this information in more detail.
I think one thing that's worth making everybody aware of as well is we have what's called a product university. So if you are somebody that is more interested in the finer details about the products, you've got all the information, we've got all the tools, all the support, but we do have a weekly call which is based around what they call a product university. So you can learn the ins and outs of every product if you're that way inclined. I mean, for somebody like me, it's just a case of understanding the routine, but for somebody who's maybe a bit more of a professional in this space, then you've got all the fine details that you'll be looking for as well to dig more into it.
These are just, so what we've done is the presentation you see is very much corporate put together. So what we've tried to do is just personalize it with some of our own team members and just put some sort of, not before and afters, but just some.
Well, that's what it is. It is a before and after.
But it's not after it. We'll continue.
Yeah, but showing the
This
testimony.
is Lucy. So Lucy is one of my school mum friends. I introduced her to the product right at the beginning. She's also now part of the business. So she already had great skin anyway, as you can see on the left. But on the right, it's just sort of corrected some of her fine lines, some of that issues around the pigmentation. So she was really happy with the results. This is
Great.
Ben's face. And I always like laugh at this one because I'm always like, I don't know if he's had the best result because his skin was so bad.
From leather face to baby face.
It's so dry. But he's obviously made a vast improvement as well with his skin. This is Tim, a guy that again is part of our upline in the team. And again, his issues and the problems with his skin was more around the redness, that rosacea type presentation. And again, it's just corrected that. And then this is Tim's daughter again, who's a bit younger. I think she's around 18, and she just suffers obviously with the breakouts and acne. And again, it's just took that inflammation, that redness, and really reduced that forehair. And again, what I like about these slides is each person we're showing has got a different problem with their skin. But what RIMAN has done, because it's medicinal and because it's got them correcting properties, it's literally adapting to what your skin needs to help with them problematic areas. So that's really, really powerful. These are just some wider people within the UK groups, again, that we've just included on there. Again, just so you can see the different varieties of the skin and what it's done to help these people. And then, do you want to?
Yeah, so there's obviously a business model attached to this where you might be looking at this from a consumer standpoint, which is great. If that's the case, Amanda will show you how you can get started as a customer. But there's also a business model attached to it, and we're going to tell you a little bit about that. So basically, the company have said, we're going to skip the traditional supply chain and we're going to go from the company. And by the way, what we've not mentioned is that the company vertically integrate everything. So from the production to the formulation, to the packaging, to the shipping, the company take care of everything in-house. So they know the standard and the quality that's going in every single product and out to every single person that consumes the product. So they've skipped the supply chain of, distributor, wholesaler, retail shops and customers. What that gives the company the ability to do is pay people like us and you, if you're so inclined to get involved with us, to pay you handsomely for distributing the product, marketing the product, however you wish, whether it's through social media, whether you want to do it through a retail store, whether you want to do it in home parties, whether you may be a beauty therapist or whatever already, and you've got your own salon, you can market and move these products however you want. So the company give us the ability to do that by simply marketing in any way we see fit. Now, what's exciting about this for me as well is if I get a customer or if Claire gets a customer online, we don't have to worry about packaging, posting, and all the rest of it. It's almost like a drop shipping model. You could use our link, purchase the products, the company will take care of it and ship it and package and post it and everything. We don't need to do any of that, but we would still get rewarded for simply making that referral. So it's a referral-based business model and distribution model, and everything is done for you by you just simply sharing the products. Now, if you want to build a business, there's obviously an opportunity where you can purchase starter kits. Now, in Ireland, I've actually got I'll show you afterwards, but in Ireland, we've got kits what you can get started with. We've got a bunch of different kits depending on what your interest is. Now, you might just be, if you want to be a consumer, we have a basic kit where you can try the full range, including the hair care products and the body products. And that's around about £300 in the UK. So in euros, I'm guessing you're going to be somewhere around about.
I think it's about 330.
About 313 euros. Now that kit is going to last. How long is that going to last?
Oh, honestly, yeah, 4 months plus on some of them. I mean, I ain't got any down here. Ben's just got this one because he's literally just sprayed his face before I came in.
It's shiny.
But the products are really decent sizes. The packaging is so like nice how we do it. It's all engraved. I don't know if you can see it properly on the top there. I don't think you can see it great. But everything is so aesthetically pleasing for the eye. Because I think that's what women look for now as well. Whatever's sat on your shelves, you want to look decent. And I know I do. But you will get a good 4 months, maybe plus out of your products if you're using them once a day as well. So yeah, I think it's a really good value for money.
Just pull this back up. Where was it? So, in fact, I've actually got on. No, I haven't.
No, you haven't got the Irish
No, I
ones
haven't.
on
No.
Yeah, and it might be worth saying as well that when Ben first introduced me to this business, being completely transparent, I didn't really have any interest, didn't even look into it or anything until he decided to send me samples of the actual product. And that was when I was 100% sold because the changes. You know, I've never had really many issues. I have really good skin anyway, but what I noticed the most was the tightening, and especially like in this kind of area of my face, like the lymph, like it was tightened and stuff. So that's when I was really sold on it.
So one thing we promote something called K pop-ups, which is basically a skincare party around your kitchen table in your living room with your friends. You might get them around on a Friday night, have some wine, however you want to do it,
Yeah.
but getting the products on people's faces. Because obviously Amanda were in Ireland, we had to post those out for her to try.
Yeah, it should have been round the corner. She'd have come round, we would have tried them, we'd have done it like that. But then what we've tried to do is put samples out so we can send them out to people. Because I think it's one of them products, once you've had the opportunity to get it on your face, you then are sold. Because like Amanda said, she tried it once, she was in, I literally put it on my face once, I was in, and I am a product queen. I have a million well, I did have a million products sat upstairs on my shelf. But again, similar to Amanda, although I didn't see my skin as problematic, I've always been very dry with skin, and now, like, I've never had a shower like this before, or never felt as hydrated.
Me neither.
And I think, and I think that's why, like, say, it will just do whatever you need it to do for your skin.
I think, like we said before, it's more of a skin repair than a skin
Yeah,
care,
it's a
and it's going
ritual.
to, yeah,
It's a
of
skin
course. Yeah.
ritual, and that's what the Koreans are obviously known for. It's a natural ritual.
Let me just show you the last bits of this presentation, guys.
Yeah, I think just go over the
Yeah.
pay structure, just in case
So,
anybody's interested.
just from a business standpoint as well, I just want to share this with because there's a real opportunity from a business standpoint, and I'm not ramming it down your throat. However, Ireland has literally just opened, so you're in an amazing position. Now we have starter kits. We've got the basic kit, like I said. There's somebody who wants to just try it and maybe get a few friends around to try it. You've got the basic kit. Somebody who may be a bit more interested in going a bit harder with it, so to speak, you can get an advanced kit, and then we have a business kit. So they all differentiate in price, and there's no pressure from us in terms of what entry you're coming at. But obviously, the more product you've got, the more you can get on people's faces. The more you get on people's faces, the more your business is going to grow.
I think sometimes we found having some product in stock, if someone wants to, like if they've tried it at my house and they want to walk away with it there and then, I just think it's easier because they'll do it there and then they'll take it and it's done. Sometimes when you hand a website over, it's not always completed, is it? So I think that's why we've just done it like that.
Yeah.
But again, it's not a compulsory thing.
So there are a number of ways you can get started. You can come in, you can actually enroll into the business and not spend anything. But obviously, if you're going to enroll into a business, realistically, you're probably going to buy something. But when you come in as what's called a planner, you're going to be eligible from that point on to make 10% in retail margin. Now, I don't know too many other businesses, particularly as we move to the manager and senior manager levels, where you can make that kind of markup on your products. Again, people in the beauty industry may well tell me different. But when you go from planner to manager, all that basically means is that you've accumulated over 3,000, it's going to be around about 3,000 euros in sales. Now, if we just go back, that means that you've either moved 2 business kits, 3 advanced kits, or 10 basic kits. You can do that however you want, or you may well just move individual products.
Yeah.
But however it looks, to accumulate 3,000 sales points is what SP stands for. You're looking at about 3,000 euros worth of sale. Now, when you get to this position, you are now eligible for a minimum 20% in retail sales moving forward. So again, depending where you want to go with this and how fast you want to move, you can make bigger margins as you move through the sales, so to speak. The next level is called senior manager. That's going to give you a minimum of 30% in retail markup. And that means you've done over 6,000 euros in sales points, or 6,000 sales points, which was going to accumulate to around 6,000 euros, 6,500 euros. And that doesn't have to be personally purchased by you. You might refer 5 people as consumers who all spend X amount of money. You might refer people who want to build the business as well. And because they're a part of your network, you're going to use those sales points to contribute towards your rank advancement, which is just basically means you're going to get paid more money. And as you move up to the team leader level, you're looking at 40 to 50% in retail sales, which I think that's just unheard of. If you look at any traditional business, there's probably not too many that are doing 40 to 50% in turnover profit. And if there is, then fair play to them. But that means to get to that point, you've got to accumulate 50,000 in sales points over a period of 5 months. And again, that doesn't have to be done personally by you. You can build a team, you can build a distribution network, and all the sales volume that goes through your network will be contributing towards your rank advancement. So I think there's a couple of questions or a couple of messages just gone in the chat. So I'm just going to have a quick look at these. Put on up. Okay, Leonie's had to go, no problem, that's cool. So that's where we're at in terms of the opportunity. Now, one thing I want to just touch on before we pass it back to Amanda to wrap it up is, from a business standpoint, if you're looking at it from through those eyes, you are in an unbelievable position. There's only going to be one opportunity to launch this. Now, we've got tonight's call with Amanda, and we're going to roll out with anybody who decides to get started on this journey with Amanda. We're going to work on your behalf over the next few days, couple of weeks, however long it takes, to get you into a position where you've heard the information enough, you've got the products, and you're starting to work the business, and then you're able to run by yourself. Our goal now is to help Amanda get to the point where she's sat in the position we're at now over the next 3-4 weeks, and she's delivering that information herself. And the way we do that is by just inviting people to check the information. So if you are at all interested in what you've seen tonight, either just as a consumer, which would be great to support Amanda's business anyway, then reach out to Amanda. If you are interested in making money from this, we're not going to sit here and guarantee you're going to make X amount in X amount of time. We're not going to make any guarantees, but what we are going to guarantee you is that you are only going to get this opportunity once to launch a country with a trending product in Korean skincare. Again, I can't believe I'm sat here talking about skincare products and opportunities, but that's how excited I've got about it. Not just because of the business opportunity, but because it's done something for my old leather face as well over the last 3 or 4 months that we've been at it. So there's an amazing opportunity for you guys. I don't want to overhype it or try and oversell it, but this is pretty serious, and you're in a great position at a great time. Have you got anything to add before Amanda wraps?
Yeah, we'll just wrap up because I don't want to keep people too long. But just to sort of touch on as well, if anybody does get started with Amanda, like Ben sort of briefly said then, we have got systems in place. We can show you how to set your website up, how you get paid, how you set up your e-wallets. There is further sort of calls following this, so we do all that orientation stuff. We're not just there to sign people up left, right, and centre. We're building teams globally now. We've got a massive team in America. We're growing teams in Ireland. And all over. And I just want you to realise that we don't just sign people up for the sake of signing people up. We will individually work with team leaders, with other people that are just wanting to come through, and whatever pace you want to go at, we will support that. So yeah, I think that's yeah.
Amanda, do you want to just close it off?
Or if anybody's got any questions, or we can meet again, we can have 3-way calls with people individually. If they've got any questions, we can do whatever anybody needs.
Yeah, no, just to wrap it up as well, if anybody's any questions, drop it in the box. But just from a really transparent point of view, from what I've seen with Claire and Ben and what they've been doing in the last few months, it's really, really getting me so excited about this business. So I really, really, really want to share it with everybody around here that would have the opportunity to do exactly what Claire and Ben are doing. And like honestly, like Claire and Ben, you have now made an opportunity to travel.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah,
From
we're leaving the day job now and doing this practically full time while we travel to the world.
Taking a sabbatical in June.
Yeah.
This has given you that opportunity as well. So honestly, sitting back and watching that alone has been so inspirational.
Thanks, Amanda.
I think one thing that, I mean, again, we're not going to sit and make guarantees, but when you're open to opportunity like this, and you're willing to put some time and energy and effort into it, don't get me wrong, it took us a few weeks, if not a couple of months, to get the momentum, but the rewards are coming now for the work we did right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And we're in a position where I'm really flexible with my time. Claire's about to, I won't say quit a job, but she's taking a sabbatical, and we're going to be in a position to help anybody who wants to run with this, to support you as and when you need us. to get your business growing as well. And if we can get some of you guys to team leader, I'd rather have a bunch of Irish folk come to Jeju Island with us than Spanish, because we might not understand what they're saying. I don't know. So
Do we need to grow your team?
Yeah,
grow that team over there.
absolutely, yeah. But listen, we're here to support and help
Yeah.
any
If
of you.
anybody
So
needs anything.
if you want to have a separate conversation with Amanda and us, and
Yeah.
you're serious about this, and you see the opportunity, then tee it up with Amanda. We'll sit on a three-way Zoom call with you, and we'll explain
Yeah.
any more details that you need.
Yeah, drop me a text of anything that you've watched, have taken interest in, and we'll get back to you.
Awesome. Let's go.
Brilliant.
Amanda, I'll send you this recording and we'll catch up with you later. Thanks for attending, guys. Really
Thanks,
appreciate your time.
everybody.
Have a
Nice
great
to see
night.
you, Amanda. See you soon.
See you guys.
Thank you.